The biggest highlight of this area, it was used as a filming place for one of the most iconic films out there. Can you guess what it is?
Right now I'm waiting for a tour bus that will take me pretty much around the whole canyon and go see some cool stuff. So that's the plan for today. Alright, so the first location we're at that the tour guide took us to is a panoramic view of the whole Cappadocia region. Now, what's important to know about Cappadocia is that it's formed by 3 volcanoes in a triangle.
You'll notice there's weird formations on the top of these rocks, and the story behind it comes from the volcanic ash that covered this entire region a very long time ago, a time even before your grandmother was a baby. The volcanic ash that covered the region turned into a rock called tuff, and the softer parts of this tuff got eroded away over time, leaving the Dunce Hat rock boys you see here. And nearby is the tourist thirst trap of souvenirs and tea to accompany you with this spectacular view.
The next place we're going to is somewhere I'm really excited to see. Apparently there's like 40 to 50 underground cities in Cappadocia where people have lived underneath the earth for tour guide cocktail. And this is the entrance of the cave city. You go through there underground, you're gonna see. This city that we're gonna go into right now is the biggest underground city in Cappadocia, the deepest and biggest. I'm excited.
I wasn't able to get good lighting for my main camera, so these are all shots on my iPhone 10. Thanks, Tim Cook. My first impression going down here is, holy shit, is it deep. It took about an hour just to get to the very bottom of this city, and the walkways you see here are super narrow and small. So the first question I had was, were people just shorter back then? Because walking uncomfortably like a monkey was the only way you're going down here. And the answer is no, these hallways are super small because of one reason: defense. At the time, Cappadocia would often face intruders looking for some spoils from their raid, and the inhabitants living in these cities designed smaller corridors so that it would be harder for a full-out attack to happen if intruders had to crawl their way inside, one by one. Make it difficult to move and attack, and you have a distinct advantage, especially with larger weapons like a pike. Yeah, good luck sliding in these DMs, you jabroskis. And it makes sense because these cities were actually made as hideaways and last resorts in case the city above ground would fall to raiders. In fact, our tour guide told us that there are still a lot of underground cities left to discover because the entrances are hidden so well. As we made our way down the city, it's really no joke. It had everything a city would have. There were areas for making wine, holding animals, a church, living corridors, places to shower, and obviously criminals to hold up and punish in front of the whole cave to see.
They're hiding here from the enemies, so there must be some rules. If somebody breaks the rules, can be dangerous for all their life. So if somebody did it, they punish him here.
Yeah, what kind of punishment? Well, I'll leave that to your imagination.
You kinky devil.
Our tour guide said that the inhabitants at the time would be able to stay down for a couple of days before having to go up, and that is pretty impressive considering there's absolutely no sunlight whatsoever. Vitamin D deficiency? Super sexy back then. A total of 36 underground cities exist, and they say it's a total of 5 million square feet if you were to add up all the cities together. That's about 15 football fields. All underground, baby. That's it for the caves. We're off to the next stop. Here we are at Selime Monastery, used as a religious place for prayer and teachings for multiple religions passed down generations. This place was super cool. Starting from the base, the whole area is a spiral upwards towards the upper spires where you can find inner sanctuaries and prayer rooms. For those with the holy munchies, it also comes packed with a big-ass kitchen and wine area. The biggest highlight of this area, It was used as a filming place for one of the most iconic films out there. Can you guess what it is? I'll give you a hint. That's right, Ghost Rider 2.
What? It's Nicolas Cage. You can't tell me you don't like Nicolas Cage. National Treasure, Ghost Rider, Knowing, Lord of War. It's Nicolas fucking Cage. Okay, would you rather whack off to this or this? Look, just watch the video, please. I wanted Star Wars to be the hype, all right? I just need views.
The reason Star Wars wasn't filmed, well, let me explain.
The story behind Star Wars is they actually didn't film here. The tour guide said that they were trying to film here in Turkey when they were originally first creating the film back in the 70s. Couldn't get permission from the Turkish government, so they went to Tunisia. Now, if they did get permission in Turkey, Turkey would be a super hotspot for tourism. Cappadocia is already a hotspot. I can imagine it would be even more so had it got permission from the Turkish government. So, way to go, Turkey. Another key point of this area is that this road right here that you're looking at is the Silk Road, apparently. So what they would do is essentially they would walk through here on their travels. This was originally created as a stopping point, kind of like a hotel system, but way back then. When they're going back to doing the trading, going back to the Silk Road, they would continue on this road right here all the way down.
The monastery was cool, but now the tour moves on to our next location, Ihlara Valley.
With a buttload of steps downwards, you end up getting to the main runway of the valley. Don't worry, you won't have to go back up the 360 steps at the end. Well, unless you want to see an overview of the entire canyon. So we walked up a lot of stairs, but check this view out. The view of the whole canyon. You can see the bottom of where we came from, and then looks like there's a city all the way over there. So a river right behind me that flows all the way down, and this place is very, very beautiful. As we made our way down the path, I was still in store to see the best pit stop ever.
Ah yes, we found the motherland. Chai, gözleme, and coffee. It's just what this place needs.
My friend.
Why don't you try this water? The river. What? Hi.
This is my friend.
Gözde.
Gözde. She speaks English really, really well.
Thanks a lot.
But
I'm doing my best. Sometimes
I'm only saying that on camera. At the midpoint of this trail is a river cafe where you can stop and rest to enjoy a drink or snack, or if you're a daring adventurer, trying the organic chicken they have on high demand. There are small huts where you can chill around and even get in the river itself to cool off if you so choose. One of my favorite places this trip, very scenic, and now we're off to our last stop, Pigeonhole Valley. And the name is exactly what it is, a valley of pigeonholes and a shitload of pigeons. Before making the mandatory reference, I caught my eye on this sign. This place acts as a sanctuary for the pigeons, bribe them with some seed, and,
all them pigeons flock.
Taking the stairs down to the lower base, we'll see the last view on this trip. And they'll fly over, and what's cool is that they'll fly over this mountain, and you can take pictures going this way. You can see it, there's a few people taking photos over there too. The pigeons will fly in front. Hopefully you learned something coming to Cappadocia with me. Thanks for watching again. All right, I'm gonna head out and enjoy a date with some of these pigeons, okay? See ya.